Well, good morning, everyone. I hope you can hear me okay. Happy Halloween and welcome to our October University Update. I want to thank you all for continuing to attend these events. I think they're a good communication channel. As long as they're valuable to you, I will continue to do these. This is a very busy time of year for us. We just had an opportunity to celebrate Diwali last week. And over the next 9 weeks, we'll have numerous holidays culminating in New Year's Day. It's amazing how fast the calendar year goes by. So big time of celebration. I know that all of you will be spending time with family and friends from Thanksgiving all the way through to New Year's Day and everything that comes in between. So enjoy the time, look out for each other. I know I say this a lot, but the holidays are not always a special time for everyone. Sometimes people are alone. Sometimes individuals are reminded of important losses in their lives. So be a good wingman, look out for each other. And if you see somebody in need, please take care of them. And if you're not going to be around, contact those of us in the university who may be and see if we can help invite people over for the holidays so that we're looking out for each other. As I do every month, I like to recognize our great researchers. Since our last meeting in September, we've had an additional $1.2 million in grant funding for the university, external dollars coming in to support the work that we do. I do want to recognize two of the NIH grantees, Dr. Rebecca German and Dr. Leah Yin, and then also recognize Dr. Randon Welton and Dr. Jessica Farrell, as well as Ms. Nicole Ammon for their research grants that they've achieved for the university. Congratulations to all of you. We look forward to seeing the great work from what you're doing. And all of our students are special to us and do an incredible amount at this university. These are not easy programs that they're enrolled in. But those who are really on their own special individual journey are the PhD students. And so I encourage all of you who are available. We have 2 dissertation defenses this week, one today, and I believe the other is on Wednesday. And that's for Sagat Kanal, who is advised by Dr. Priya Raman. That will be today at 1 o'clock in F118. And then Yingdong Zhu will be tomorrow at 2 o'clock in Olson Hall, and Dr. Zhang is the advisor. So if you're able to attend, this is a culmination of a great deal of work, and it's important for them to be able to share that with an audience that appreciates the work that they've done. For many, this is a much longer journey than going through medical school or going through a college of pharmacy. There's no set time, and it's really individualized labor and effort on the individual students. I want to thank all of you who are continuing to be involved in the College of Medicine Dean Search, and thank Dr. Joe Zarconi for chairing that search committee. We do have one of our finalists who's with us today, and I ask all of you who are available to attend Dr. Van Derme's presentation at noon here in Watanabe to hear about his vision for the position and get a little bit more detail about his background. This is one of the most important searches that we will do over the next decade, as the College of Medicine leadership team is critical to everything we do at the university. We are wrapping up the Vice President for Research search. I want to thank that committee of individuals who've been heavily involved over the past several months. We have not contacted any of the 4 finalists yet, but intend to do that over the course of this next week and hope to be able to have an announcement by next week that we can share with you. We have 4 very, very qualified candidates, and any one of them would be outstanding in the position. At this point, it comes down to narrowing it down and having discussions with those candidates. Our research endeavor is critical to us, so it's important that we do a good job filling this position. I want to take a moment and recognize our police officers. Our police officers do an amazing amount of work to protect this campus and ensure it's safe. And it's not an easy task, balancing being very good at keeping the campus safe with at the same time not seeming like they're policing us too critically, because they're part of our family, they're part of our team. They've done an amazing job. As many of you may be aware, we had a couple of thefts at the university that took place in April and then again in October. Specifically, Callie and her team have worked really hard to try and rectify the issue, investigate it. Officer Michael Bussinger spent over 150 hours investigating this particular issue of theft on the campus. And working with our state leadership, they have been able to identify who the culprit was. That person is currently in jail, and our team is working to add additional charges to ensure that person stays there to pay for the crimes that they've committed. So we can't thank them enough for everything they do. They work hard to keep this campus safe, and we have a very, very low crime record on this campus, not just compared to others, but just in general. They have asked that I share a piece of advice to all of you. The belief is this individual who came onto campus and has been associated with a long arm of crimes over the years in Ohio, likely piggybacked onto somebody's badge as they swiped through to get into the protected side of campus. So please be collegial and diplomatic. But if you don't know the individual personally who's trying to come in the door behind you in our secured side of campus, please ask them who they are, and if they should all have IDs to get through. And it's important that we do that. And do it in a very diplomatic way, please, because this can be challenging. Many of our community members may feel like you're discriminating against them because of who they are, who they look like. Why didn't you do it to this person when you did it to that person? So it's just important that we share that message that this isn't about who you are as an individual. This is about keeping the campus safe. So if you see me or don't know who I am and I'm walking through in gym clothes because I was just at Sequoia, you should challenge me, right? It's okay. You should challenge me. I would expect it. And not everybody knows who everybody in the leadership team or all members of our university team are. So it is okay to do so. You are empowered to do so. But there are ways to do it correctly. You can come across as gruff and challenging, or you can simply ask, may I ask, I don't recognize you. Can you tell me who you are? I want to make sure that you are going in the right direction. Or maybe I can steer you to another side of campus for something that you may be looking for. We've moved our holiday brunch earlier this year. It will be November 4th, so it's this week. It's going to be in the New Center ballroom from 10:30 to 12:30. I want to thank Andre Burton and the entire team in Human Resources for putting this together. It's our opportunity to recognize our team members. They moved it to an earlier time of year because they thought they would have better attendance, as many people take time off closer to the holiday period. I also want to recognize our veterans. Veterans Day is coming up before our next community update. That is on the 11th. We live in a very unstable world for those of you who are watching the news, and we have to thank our veterans and our current active military members for keeping us safe and protecting us in our rights in this country. So if you see a veteran and know a veteran as Labor Day approaches, please thank them for their service. Our College of Dentistry, the Batante College of Dentistry, will be standing up soon. We are excited that this week on November 3rd, we will be having a celebration with the Batante Foundation, as well as some legislative leaders who are coming to the new center. We would like to have as many of you who are able attend to show the support and give thanks to the Batantes for the $10 million gift that is allowing us to get this program up and running. That's going to take place from 12 to 1:30, New Center. The foundation team, led by Doreen Riley, has put this together. I want to thank them for all that they're doing. The entire team has really done a great job. For those of you who don't know, our total pledges to the university were at their highest level ever last year, and they've already gone twice that number this year, and we are not even into December. So just an amazing job, and community partners looking to support everything we do because they see the value of this university and what we do for the community. The Creating Transformational Leaders Day will be next week, and that takes place on November 10th. It's going to be a several-hour period from 9 a.m. to 1. This has been approved for staff members towards your compensation package for those who are doing the extra pieces we're asking of you. So if you are able to attend, you'll be able to count that for a point. And we will also allow you to be released at 3 o'clock that day as a thank you for participating in something that is helping to drive our strategic plan and to be able to show you the great work that we've done. So thank you to Lacey Madison and her team, and also Andre Burton and his team for helping to arrange for that to be in place. We are centering that around our Vitals for this month. Vitals is our monthly series for leadership in healthcare. That stands for, so Vitals is value. Come on. Innovation, technology, advocacy, leadership, and service. Those are the tools that leaders in healthcare use to try and improve healthcare, improve access, decrease costs, and make it better for our patients. So the Vital speaker is going to be amazing this time. All of you had an opportunity, I hope, to hear him speak at commencement. It is Admiral Forrest Faison, the previous, but now former Surgeon General of the Navy, a friend to NEOMED, who's been helping to teach for our university and been a big proponent for everything that we do. We're excited to have him here to speak on leadership and be part of kicking off our Transformational Leaders Day. We'll also be having our Student Research Symposium. We do this annually. It's going to be on November 18th, so it will take place before our next university update. We have, as I understand it, over 100 research presentations. It may even be more than that. And that'll take place from 1 till 5 o'clock. So please, if you're able to come, especially our faculty researchers, be there to support our students. This is part of who they need to be professionally. We don't want them just to come to the university to learn the status quo of our art, whether it's medicine or pharmacy or their PhD work. We want them to continue to improve and add to the knowledge base through scholarship, and research is a key piece of that scholarship activity. I worked with the HR team on your behalf, and I can't thank the HR team enough for what they did. At a time where healthcare costs are continuing to skyrocket, we were able to spend several months negotiating on your behalf, and we've locked in your healthcare benefits at their current level for 2 more years. So there will be no increase in your copay for 2 more years. That's really quite unusual. And on top of that, they found a way to get you even more enhanced dental care benefits. And I understand that that's likely for many of you going to result in somewhat of a decrease in the amount that you're going to make co-payments on. So really outstanding news from the benefit side. Open enrollment will be occurring beginning November 7th. And our HR team will be available to meet with you in G204 on the 7th from 8 to 11 to assist you with understanding the benefits and the process that you would go through. The Latino Medical Student Association is helping to lead the university's celebration of Dia de Muertos. That celebration is a week long, but on November 2nd in the Inclusivity Center, they will be in person offering free drinks of traditional hot chocolate, as well as, I've got to look at the name on this so I can make sure I get this right, Pan de Muerto. And Pan de Muerto is a traditional sweetbread that is served during this celebration. So if you can come, please walk by the Inclusivity Center. They did this also, I believe, last year. It was amazing traditional hot chocolate and delicious food, and it's an opportunity to share in the work and celebration of other cultures. And finally, before we move on to questions, I'd like to ask Dr. McPherson to come forward, as she is going to announce who the winner of the Halloween decoration contest is.
Check, check. You know I talk loudly. Well, Fall Fest was a wonderful way to celebrate the holidays, including today, Halloween. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who participated in any way, shape, or form, whether you decorated, were in costume, provided treats for our students. They had a great time and felt a real sense of community. So thanks so much for that. We actually sponsored 4 different contests. So we might have some folks on Zoom who won as well. And I'm going to start with the student pumpkin decorating contest. 7 students competed for bragging rights on Instagram, and the top 3 votes went to 3rd place. Oh, by the way, it was swept by M1 students, the top 3 spaces. Let's give it up for them. In 3rd place, Ali Akhtar. In 2nd place, John Wenger. And the winner in 1st place, Akeem Atuchi. And you could have seen Akeem's display during one of the, I think it was Dr. Thewison's area had the pumpkin on display. So congratulations to Akeem, and they will win some t-shirts for that. All right, congrats. Now on Saturday, we had a trunk or treat, and almost 200 children and many family members came out for trunk or treating. Our student organization sponsored their trunks, and that sounds kind of weird, sponsored their trunks. And the 1st place winner receives $100 in their student organization funding. And so this year's top 3 teams all came from pharmacy. So congratulations to those teams. And those winners include 3rd place, Lambda Kappa Sigma with zoo animals. 2nd place was NEOMED Compounding Club with Marvel Comics, inclusive of Spider-Man himself. And in 1st place, Student Society of Health Systems Pharmacists with their Under the Sea with SSHP. So congratulations to them for winning $100. Okay, we're getting close. We're getting close. We, during Thursday's trick-or-treating, 13 of our NEOMED departments and offices competed for office decorating and best costumes. And we loved seeing all of the office staff work together and really feel a bond as a variety of different scary and not so scary characters. So first, we're going to start off with favorite costumes. Those were judged by our students who were trick-or-treating, and they get a lovely ribbon, almost as exciting as this trophy. So in 3rd place for costume contest, 3rd place goes to the Calm Dean's Office Cat in the Hat. I'm giving it to the cat himself, the coolest cat on campus. There you go. In 2nd place went to the Witch Doctors of the Learning Center. And that included Doc Brown and Doc Mario, so they'll get a badge. And then in 1st place, led by Dr. Lee and Dr. Bellin, Family and Community Medicine. Dr. Lee makes the sweetest witch ever. Dr. Bellin, I think it was the zombie yeah, zombies. Congratulations. Okay. You guys are all great sports. What fun. I don't think you should take your decorations down. Okay, and last but not least, this year's winner of the coveted Fall Fest Office Decorating Trophy. It was a heated race for number 1. Drum roll, please. In 3rd place, I'm so nervous. Faculty Enrichment, 3rd place, congratulations. Is anybody here from the Faculty Enrichment? Come on down, give them a hand. They get to display their trophy. You'll get it next year, right? All right. In 2nd place with their Cat in the Hat family. No. I'm sorry. Sorry. I know. You thought I did that on purpose. Family and Community Medicine. Guys, go. I know, I'm terrible. And in 1st place, is it a surprise? And reigning champions, the Office of the President. Ugly on purpose. Thank you, everyone. Great fun, and you were amazing.
Thank you, Sandra. It's it's great to see everybody having fun at work. That's the way it should always be. I do want to note that Janet Kuhn led the team, and I had nothing to do with the Office of the President's Declarations, but they did an amazing job. Well, thank you all for being here. I really want to open this up and take a moment to answer any questions or concerns or even any accolades that you would want to share regarding our team that's here today. Do we have any questions online? Yes. Sure, I can talk about that. The question was regarding the timeline of a dental school opening. So this is not a short-term process. The way CODA, which is the accreditation body, much like ACPE or LCME, or I guess KHEP also for our CAA program works, is we have to hire in a founding dean. We have to hire in a support staff and a director. And that director could be the dean or it could be an associate dean for education and academic affairs. They need to put together a submission, and that submission is very detailed, much like an HLC submission. Then they come out and they do a site visit, and ultimately the predictions are that the very, very soonest we could do this, and it would really be pushing the envelope, would be admitting a class for an August 2024 start. More likely an August 2025 start. It usually takes that long to do this. We've also been working diligently for the last year, actually, with an external advisory council of leaders in the dental community, both the federally qualified health centers, as well as Mercy Bon Secours in Youngstown, Mercy Cleveland Clinic, Summa Healthcare, Akron Children's Hospital, and the Cleveland Dental Institute, who all run dental residencies, and much like the way we do medicine and pharmacy, would be taking those students. And so the model would change compared to the way most dental schools operate. If you look at most dental schools, they do all 4 years on campus. They may do an elective someplace, but they set up a really large dental clinic. We're not looking to do that. We'll have a small dental clinic, but most of the time they will go and rotate at these other places and work under academic dentists and work with residents and work with the communities we're here to serve, because many of our underserved populations go to these residencies because it's a lower cost of care. They've been established as a footprint to help take care of those who don't have access to good dental care throughout the state of Ohio. And that's the same thing with our federally qualified health centers. So it'll be time. I do hope, we'll see, I do hope to announce this week that we'll have an interim, it's the term we use for somebody who hasn't gone through a national search, founding dean. And we're also in really strong negotiations and think we'll also have an associate dean for education and academic affairs who's a true leader. If we're able to get things worked out, and I think we're there, a true leader in the state already in doing this type of work. Other questions? Yes. No, we did not change insurance carriers. I know it's always a challenge when you churn over, and sometimes we do it. We do it if there's big benefit for you. If the benefit is minor, then making those changes can be disruptive to people, even though most of the healthcare networks are identical, and they're all about 98% the same. But if you're in that 2%, it can be disruptive. So our goal is to, as much as we can, to keep everything the same for you. Other questions? Anything online? Well, Dr. Tewison, the Halloween trophy has your footprint all over it, if you haven't looked at it, with the whale in place. So thank you for your contribution, and thanks to all of you. Yeah, every time I go into my office, I see the scary trophy. I think of you for that. So thank you very much. I want to thank all of you for what you do. We will have another gathering of the university before the real main holidays set in place. I think we will skip December because we do the last week, and I don't think any of you want to tune in and hear me speak to you while you're off on your holiday breaks. But in January, we'll plan on doing a more in-depth State of the University address to go over everything we've been doing and give you an idea of where we are and the progress we've made over the last 3 years. So enjoy Halloween. If you are out with little ones tonight, please be careful, watch for cars. I know we do this as safely as possible, but we want to make sure everybody comes home healthy and well. Until next month then, thank you, and we'll see you then.